everyone. Welcome. My name is Misty, and this is going to be a chair yoga class. I'm going to be using a block today. If you don't have a block, no worries. Maybe use a small book or something like that, or just skip it all together. You don't actually have to have a yoga block. We'll just be using it a little bit in our class today. I want you to listen to your body. If anything causes you pain, you want to back out of it. Never injure yourself, never push past the point of pain. Things might feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. And that's when you focus on your breathing, which I'll guide us through that in just a moment. Just honor where you are today. Listen to your body. You know yourself better than I do and what you need today. Right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get settled. So we're sitting in our chair, preferably a chair with no arms, but if that's not what you have, that's okay. You can make do with one with arms. It just makes some things a little more difficult. Right? All right, so maybe closing your eyes, just settle in, planting the feet on the ground. If you have a block or a book, maybe place it horizontally between the feet for a moment, right? And have it placed on the ground. Or just settle in, maybe just sway a little side to side, just kind of start to find those sit bones, sitting nice and tall, lifting through the top of the head. Have the belly button in, engage the core. Maybe the eyes gently close. And just start to settle into your space. Taking in any sounds you might hear. If you're outside like me, feeling the air on your skin. Maybe the sun on your skin. Maybe you hear the sounds of the birds. And just notice the change. Just in a moment of finding stillness and tuning into your senses. Just allow the tongue to release from the roof of your mouth, which relaxes your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Soften through the forehead. Soften through the eyes. Tuning in to your breath. And see if you can start to lengthen your inhales. Lengthen the exhales. Find a nice flow to your breath. Breathing in, you start to feel that expansion in your body. Breathing out, find softness, feeling that release, that letting go feeling. If you want, you can seal the lips and just start to see how it feels for you to breathe in through the nose and out of the nose. Relax the toes. Relax your fingers. Think of your breath like calm ocean waves flowing up and down. As you breathe in, you're breathing in good energy, good vibes, and maybe something you're grateful for. Exhale, releasing, letting go of anything that just does not serve you at this time. Maybe it's the thoughts in the mind, tightness, tension in the body. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and reach the arms up overhead. Let's see about connecting the palms. Even here, if it bothers your shoulders to lift the arms up, you never have to do that. On your exhale, let's bring our hands through to our heart center. This is Anjali Mudra. Feel the thumb knuckles toward the center of your chest. Maybe let the chin drop slightly towards your chest. And let's take a cleansing breath. Breathe in. Really fill up to the top of that inhale. Exhale out of the mouth. Let it go. do that again. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. And then sealing the lips. Start to come back to breathing in through the nose, out of the nose, lifting the top of the head towards the ceiling or towards the sky, wherever you are. And then release those hands down. If you have that block, you're going to go ahead and pick that block up, and we're going to bring it between our thighs. Okay, and we're going to kind of squeeze that block that starts to engage the muscles in our legs. And from here, let's bring our fingertips to our shoulders. Let's start to circle those elbows. We'll go in one direction, just nice and easy. You might start off small, and then you can increase the size of those circles. Keep the belly button hugged in. Keep lifting through the top of your head. And then let's take those circles the other way. We'll release the arms down to shake out those shoulders. And then let's bring the chin to the chest. Let the head be heavy. And let's rock the head a little right and left. Eventually letting that right ear come over to that right shoulder and hold there for a moment. And then let's bring the left ear over to the left shoulder and hold. And bring the chin back down to the chest. And lifting the top of the head back up. Nice and tall. Stacking shoulders over your hips. Ears over the shoulders. Again, hugging that belly button in. Feet planted. Feeling the seat on your chair. Let's take our right arm. We're going to take it up and over. And then release it down. And then we're going to inhale the left arm up and over. And release. Let's do that a few more times. We'll bend the elbows, breathing in, creating space in the sides of the body. Let's get a few more in. It's nice and flowy here. Nice plant a little bit. All right. Now let's reach both arms up. Breathe in. We're lifting up out of the waist, lengthening through the spine, still squeezing that block. Let's make fists with our hands. And as we exhale, let's pull those elbows down. Feel your back work. Inhale, spread the fingers nice and wide. Reach the arms up. Exhale, make those fists. Pull the elbows down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, spread the fingers nice and wide. Reach up. Exhale, make the fist, pull the arms down. Let's hold here, breathe in, and then exhale, let's bring the forearms in toward each other. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's open back up. Let's reach the arms up, spread the fingers nice and wide, and let's rotate those wrists as the arms start to come down. All right. Now, let's bring our right hand toward our right shoulder. And just for a moment, just circle that right elbow back and around. Opening up. And And then we're going to lift that elbow and just take the right hand behind your head. Press that right elbow back. Maybe even lean a little to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to come up, and as I do that, left hand comes to that left leg. Right hand coming back behind me somewhere on the chair. Now, we are going to take a twist before you go into it. We're not twisting with our neck and head first. Inhale, I want you to lengthen here a little bit. Lift through the top of the head. Then as you exhale, think of twisting the belly, the chest, the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly, chest, shoulders. And then maybe turn your head and look over that back shoulder. And let's release, come back to center. All right, now let's take our left hand to our left shoulder. Let's just circle that elbow back and around. And then we'll keep that elbow lifted. Let's bring the hand to the back of the head. Press the elbow back. Maybe even start to turn your head a little bit. Maybe even lean to the right a little bit. Creating space in that left side. Let's breathe in. And breathe out. And we'll come back up. Right hand to that left thigh. Left hand back behind you. Now stay forward for a moment. Lift through the top of your head. Lengthen. Exhale, twist the belly, the chest, the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly, chest, shoulders. And then maybe look over that back shoulder. And release, come back to center. Let's plant the hands on the thighs. Let's take those cat-cows. I haven't forgotten about that block. Inhale, pull the chest through your arms for your cow posture. Exhale, round. And you don't have to go fully into this right off the bat. You might take little movements and then maybe gradually make them bigger. Listening to your body. Sometimes going into the fullest expression right off the bat is not the best for your body, so you need to honor where you are today. Rounding and arching. Continue to relax through your face. Take a few more. And when you feel ready, we're going to come back to our center, stacking those shoulders over your hips. Now let's take some spinal circles. So you might all just start little here, just some little movement. And you can always gradually, again, make the movement bigger, emphasizing those circles a bit more, only if that feels good. If you go deeper and you feel like, it's too deep, then you just come back to the smaller movements. And then we're going to switch the direction. Let's go the other way. All right. And let's make our way back to our center. Nice and tall. Let's inhale, scoop the arms up, palms facing each other. On the exhale out, turn the palms out, press that air down. Let's do that again. Inhale, scoop the palms up. Exhale, palms down, press that air down. Great job. All right, let's grab that block now. Or again, if you don't have the block, that's okay. Or a light book. You'll want a light book maybe for this next move. Okay. So feet planted about hip width apart. Right? We're going to place that block between our hands horizontally. Sit nice and tall, shoulders back, hug the belly button in. What I'm going to do is start with some heel lifts. And as I lift my heels, I'm going to curl that block. So I'm working my arms too. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Nice and tall, lifting those heels, core is engaged. You can stay right here. If you want to start to add a knee lift, you can, alternating side to side. Try to stay tall. Think of working the core here, using the core to pull that knee up. Now I'm going to add on. You can stay right here or with those heel lifts. I'm going to extend the leg out, press the block out, come back. Extend the other leg, bring it in. Keeping those elbows tucked in, keeping those shoulders relaxed. Core is engaged. Now, if you want to bring a little more engagement to the core, hug the belly button in, lean back a little bit, not round back, hinge back, so you really feel your core start to work here, and you can continue that movement. Okay. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Relax the face. Relax the shoulders. Let's get a couple more in. One more on each side. Awesome. And then coming back up. All right, let's put that block down for now. Let's take just a few cat-cows here to reset. Inhale, pull the chest through the arms, slight arch. Exhale, round. All right, now we're going to bring another little movement to our legs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point my toes, extend the leg out, and then I'm going to flex the foot and like I'm pulling, sliding something back behind me with my foot. I'm going to flex it, slide it like I'm sliding it across the floor. You're not really sliding across the floor. Then I'm going to point the toes and extend out. Flex the foot, slide that foot back, right? Point, extend, flex, pull it back. Let's get 5 more of those in. Right. There's 5. Stay nice and tall. I found myself hunching. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Awesome. Now extend that foot leg out, flex the foot, and let's circle like we're drawing circles in the air with our big toe. And let's circle the other way. All right, now let's flex the foot, lower the heel down, slight bend to your knee, sitting nice and tall. And if you want, you could use that block here as well for your heel if you don't have to. You're going to inhale nice and tall, exhale. Let's fold over that leg, bringing forehead towards your knee. And then let's slowly roll ourselves back up. We're going to hug that leg in and some outward hip circles. All right, let's release that foot down. All right, now we're going to do it on the other side. So we are going to point the toes as we extend the leg out. Then we flex the foot and like we're sliding it across the floor, bringing that heel back kind of almost underneath your chair here. Point the toes, extend out, inhale, Exhale, flex, pull it back in. Inhale, extend, point the toes. Exhale, flex, slide the foot in. Let's get 5 more in. Breathe in. Exhale, down. That's 5, 4. Nice and tall. Relax the upper body. 3, 2. Let's get 1 more in. And now we're going to extend that leg out, flex the foot, and then let's draw circles with that big toe in one direction. And then we're going to circle the other way. All right, now, maybe use that block, maybe not. You're going to bring your heel down, flex the foot, slight bend to your knees. Fall behind your tall spine first, breathe in. Exhale, let's fold over that left leg. Bring your forehead maybe towards your knee. Relax those shoulders. And then we'll slowly bring ourselves back up. Let's draw that leg in and take some outward hip circles. All right, let's release that foot down. Slide that block out of the way. All right, shake out the upper body a little bit. Just loosen up. All right, now we're going to find a wide stance. So we're coming into like a goddess stance here. Toes out, heels in. Let's press those inner thighs away for a moment. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. Then I'm going to dip that right shoulder, and I'm going to hold as I maybe start to glance over that left shoulder. Come back to center. I'm going to dip the left. Look over that right shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Dip the right. Come back to center and dip the left. And come back to center. And come back up. Let's walk the feet back in toward each other. All right. Now, let's inhale the arms up. We're going to go back to that cactus. Let's make a fist for a moment. Pull the elbows down. Okay. Now I'm going to bring that right arm on top of that left arm as I give myself a hug. Fingertips are wrapping around those shoulders. So this is an option for eagle arms. You could stay right here, start to lift the elbows, or maybe you hook the elbows and you're able to wrap your palms. Hug the belly button in, relax those shoulders. Let's take our elbows over to the left and let's turn our head and look towards the right. Come back to center. Hug the belly button in. Let's bring the elbows down towards the belly button. Let's round here. Inhale, we're going to come back up. Take an exhale out. Let's unwind the arms. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Let's make those fists. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Let's take our left arm underneath our right. Or did I already do that? Now it's right underneath the left. Give yourself that nice big hug. You can stay right there, lifting those elbows, or start to hook the elbows and wrap the palms. Relax the shoulders down. Lift the elbows a little bit. Take the arms over to the right. Start to turn your head. and look towards the left and hold. Let's come back to center. Inhale, exhale, elbows come down towards the belly button. And we're going to come back up. Unwind the arms, reach the arms up, breathe in. Turn the palms out, exhale, press the palms down. Right. Now we're going to come into a seated warrior two pose. So I'm going to take my right leg is in front of the chair. Left leg is over to the left. Both legs, knees and ankles are stacked. Settle into that seat, sitting nice and tall. Just take a moment here. Shoulders back, hug the belly button in. And then we're going to bring our arms out like a T. I have to move my chair out a little bit. I'm going to take our arms out like a T. Now let's turn our palms up. Turn our palms down. And turn the palms up and down. One more time. Turn the palms up and turn the palms down. Now I'm going to bring that right hand back by my right hip. Left arm is going to come up and over that left ear. You can always bring that hand down to the head if you'd like. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I'm going to bring that left hand to the inside of my left knee. I'm going to gently press that left knee away. I might extend that right leg out, right arm up. Breathe in. Maybe look towards that lifted hand and open and close that hand a few times. Gently press that left knee away with that left hand. Take a breath in, breath out. And let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to step that right foot in. Now we're going to see about a seated lunge position. So that left leg is going to stay just like it is. All I'm going to do is pivot my hip points, face towards that left leg, and see if I can bring my right knee down. So I'm trying to stack my right hip over my right knee, my left ankle over my left heel. Okay, right. Now, settling in, shoulders over the hips, sit nice and tall. Just hold here for a moment. You're getting that stretch here through the quad. Of course, you can modify anything you need to. Take a breath in, breath out. Now you can stay right here. Maybe that left hand comes down to the chair and you start to kind of lift yourself up off that chair. Take that right arm up and over. Again, you can stay seated in that chair with your right arm up and over your ear. And let's lower back down. Awesome. We're going to bring that right leg around to meet our left. Plant the feet, sit nice and tall. I'm going to grab that block. Sorry, should have had you have that nearby if you have it. I'm going to squeeze that block between the thighs. I'm going to hug the belly button in. I might use my hands at the chair. I might cross my arms. I might reach the arms out. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to come up full to standing. I'm going to inhale, press into my feet, squeeze that block like a squat. Sit back down, open up to the right. Coming back around again, arms could reach. You could cross the arms. Hands could be at the chair, just kind of helping you get a lift. Squeeze that block. Hug the belly button in. Breathe in. Exhale, press into the feet. Just come up a little bit. Sit back down. Let's open up to that right side. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, center. Exhale, press into the feet, lift. We're hinging forward. Use those strong legs. open arm twist to the right. Come back to center, hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, let's release those hands down. Let's come back to the front of our chair for just a moment. Having that block nearby if you want to use it later. Take your legs out wide, and we're going to windshield wiper the legs a little side to side. All right, now we're going to set up for that warrior two position on the other side. So left leg is in front, right leg's out. They're both 90-degree angles. Knees and ankles are stacked. I'm settling into those sit bones, sitting nice and tall and hugging the belly button in. Then the arms reach out. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, let's turn the palms up. Exhale, turn the palms down. Inhale, face up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Right. Now I'm going to bring that left hand back by my left hip. Right arm up and over the ear. Maybe the hand behind the head, or maybe the hand to the hip. And I'm going to come back up. I'm going to take that right hand. I'm going to gently press that right knee away. It's to the inside, just gently. Left arm scoops up and over. Maybe I extend that left leg out. Coming back up, step that foot in. Let's go into that lunge position. So I'm going to start to pivot both hip points to face towards that right leg. Right? Left knee might come down, left knee and hips stacked maybe, right? Core's engaged, nice and tall, excuse me. Hold here for a breath in and breath out. Now you can stay right here, seated with your left arm up and over your ear. Maybe you press that right hand into the chair. Use the strength of your legs to lift up. You can, I guess you can, it's better to bring it to the top of your chair, right? Not the seat, the top of the chair. Left arm up and over. Now, if you're lifted, you're going to lower back down. Let's bring that left foot around to meet your right. My eucalyptus plant is in my way. All right, we're going to squeeze that block again, maybe, right? Core is engaged. We're going to plant those feet on the ground. We might have our hands on the chair and just kind of help lift our bum up. But I want you to think of hinging from your hip bones, cross the arms, or maybe the arms are out here. Drop the shoulders down, breathe in, exhale, just like a squat. We're just hovering. And then sit back down, open arm twist to the left. Let's come back to center. Press the feet in. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Sit back down. Open arm twist to the left. One more time. Inhale to center. Exhale, lift the bum. Exhale, lower. Inhale, I mess up. Exhale, open arm twist. Hands back to your heart center. Take a breath in. And breath out. All right, let's come back to center. You can set that block down. Right, come back to the front of your chair. Be nice and tall. Maybe shake out those legs a little bit here if you'd like. All right, now we're going to try our seated eagle pose. So what I'm going to do is take my left ankle. I might start with my left ankle on top of my right ankle. Or I might cross my left knee on top of my right knee. Once I do that, I'm going to settle back into my seat. I'm going to come back to those cactus arms. Okay. Now, again, left arm underneath your right, you could give yourself that nice hug. Or maybe you hook the elbows and wrap your palms. Drop the shoulders down, lift the elbows, hug the belly button in, breathe in, Exhale, let's bring the elbows down, landing our eagle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay folded, just unwind the arms. Maybe the hands just kind of reach down towards the ankle or the shin, folding over those legs just a little bit more. And let's slowly bring ourselves back up. We're going to unwind the legs. Let's do that on the other side. Right ankle and the left ankle, or right knee on top of that left knee. Settle into your seat, right? Relax the shoulders. Let's cactus those arms. Right arm is underneath the left. Maybe you give yourself that hug again. Maybe you hook the elbows and wrap your palms. Drop the shoulders down, hug the belly button in. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, elbows towards the knees and hold. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Let's unwind the arms. Bring the hands down, fold over those legs. And then let's slowly bring ourselves up. We'll release that foot down. All right, shake out those shoulders. All right, we're going to do a little standing work. If you don't feel comfortable standing, that's perfectly fine. You do not have to. We're not going to do a whole lot standing, but there is a little bit with just helping us to work on our balance and stabilization. So what I'm going to do is stand. I'm going to turn my chair. So I'm going to place this, let this plant back in the sun over here out of the way. All right, now, and we'll move this plant back here. All right, now I'm going to turn my chair so I can use the back of it for stability, okay? So nice and tall. We're finding our mountain pose, right? We're planting our feet down on the ground, feet about hip width apart, shoulders back. You can see my shoulders over my hips, hips over my ankles. Hug the belly button and tuck the tailbone just slightly here. Right? And here's our mountain pose. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Now I'm going to go into a down dog. So I'm going to plant the hands. I'm going to walk the feet back. I might have to move my chair out just a tad bit more. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to reach the hips back as my head comes between the arms. Take a moment here, softness to the knees. Hug the belly button in. Just take a few breaths in your down dog. Now, as I slowly start to lift the chest, I'm going to step my right foot forward and I'm going to find a standing lunge position. Now, as I do that, I'm going to keep those hands on the chair. You can see my shoulders are over my hips, hugging the belly button in, nice and tall. Right, now, you can stay here. I'm going to add a few knee dips, but if it doesn't feel good for your knees, you do not have to do that. So I'm going to inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, I'm going to come up. Now I'm going to open up warrior two. I'm keeping my right foot just like it is. I'm just going to pivot that left foot to face out now. So my right heel lines up with my left heel, and I'm going to bend into that right leg. Now you have that right hand there at your chair. So your left hip should be behind your right hip, and your left shoulder should be behind your right shoulder. I'm bending into the right leg. My left leg is straight, and I'm rooting down through that left foot. Now, maybe those arms reach out to a T. Hug the belly button in. Let's add a little movement here if you feel comfortable. Inhale, straighten the leg. Bring the palms together overhead. Exhale, let's bend back into it. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. I'm going to bring my hands back to the chair as I pivot onto the ball of that left foot. I want to step back into my down dog again. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, I'm going to walk myself up into that mountain pose again to set up for the other side. I'm just going to turn the chair. I'm facing this way. Right? And we're going to go back into our down dog. So let's walk ourselves back. Reach the hips back. Maybe I need to move this back, huh? Just a little bit so it's getting the whole chair and everything in there. I apologize. Maybe not. Huh? Maybe that doesn't work very well. Sorry, y'all. Well, it is what it is. All right. We're going into down dog. Head between the arms. Reach the hips back. Hug the belly button in. Breathe in through the nose. Maybe out of the nose. Then I'm going to lift the chest slightly. I'm going to step that left foot forward. I'm going to come into that lunge position. And I'm stacking shoulders over hips, hugging the belly button in. And you can always let go if you feel comfortable, but this is giving you a little stability and maybe those knee dips. Inhale, exhale, dip the knee down. Come back up, breathe in. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, up. Exhale, dip. Inhale, up, hold. Pivot that right foot down. Open up, warrior two. Right, so now I'm bending in that left leg, left knee over the ankle. Both feet are grounded. One foot, left foot is going vertical, right foot is horizontal. And then I might reach those arms out, drop the shoulders down. Now, if you want to add the movement here, if you feel comfortable, inhale, straighten that front leg, bring the palms together overhead. Exhale, bend back into it, arms go out like a T. Inhale, straighten, arms up. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring our hands around. Come onto the ball of that right foot. Down dog one more time. And then we're going to walk back up into our mountain pose and just take a moment there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe rock out the head a little bit. All right, now we're going to do a balancing posture and then we'll sit back down and we'll get ready here soon for Shavasana. All right, so I am going to grab that block again if you have a block. And place it down on the ground. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my right leg on top. Right? So I'm going to take my right leg, I'm going to cross it on top of my left, and I'm going to bring those right toes down to the block. And then I'm going to sit the hips back. What do you think of here, right? Our eagle legs. These are our eagle legs. This is what we did seated. Now we're pressing the hips back, chest is lifted. Now I might just take that left hand and I might just bring it to my right shoulder and I might be just fine right here. Now if you feel comfortable letting go, you can start to take that right arm underneath your left, giving yourself that hug. Or again, hooking those elbows and wrapping the palms, your choice. Hug the belly button and relax the shoulders. Stay focused. This posture is about focus and determination. Breathe in. Breathe out. You got this. And then unwind, let it go. Shake those hips a little side to side. Shake out the shoulders. All right, let's try the other side. And if you are shaking, wobbling, and struggling with it, don't be hard on yourself. Balancing is not easy. Eagle is not easy. Right? So give yourself some grace. All right, so I'm going to place that block now to the outside of my right foot. core is engaged. I'm going to take that left knee, I'm going to cross it on top of my right, and I'm going to bring the left toes down to that block. I'm going to hug the belly button in, hinge back so my shoulders are over hips, and I'm just going to sit the hips down, like I'm sitting in a chair position, okay? All right. Now I'm going to take my right hand to my left shoulder. I might stay right there. That's perfect. If I feel comfortable enough, I'm going to take my left arm underneath my right, maybe giving myself that nice hug, or I might hook those elbows and wrap the palms. Relax the shoulders. Nice and strong, you've got this. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll unwind, shake it all out, just loosey-goosey. Let the body just be nice and relaxed. Shake out the legs, the arms, the shoulders, maybe the head. Right. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's sit back down. Do a couple more things, and then we'll get ready for Shavasana. And as we're making our way back to our seat, your Shavasana is going to be yours with these classes. If you want to grab anything that helps you be comfortable, some soft music, essential oils, blankets, whatever you want, you can do that. I'll guide us into it and have us in it for a little bit together, but then I'll start to bring us out, but you are more than welcome to stay in it. Shavasana traditionally should be about 5 to 10 minutes. If you don't even know what Shavasana is, no worries. It means corpse pose, which means we're finding stillness. And we do this at the end of a yoga class, which just helps our body. It's more than just resting, right? It's kind of an active rest. We're letting our bodies take in the benefits from our practice. It's helping our nervous system calm, relax, and it's teaching us that even amongst all that we do, it's important to take the time to be still. It's not always easy to do that. So this helps to train the body, to teach you to do that, to teach the mind to do that as well. All right, so in the end, it's yours. I'll get us into it. I'll guide us out of it. You can stay in it for as long as you want. We're not quite there yet, though. All right, let's settle back into our seat, planting the feet nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's take one hand. Let's flex the palm, press a wall away. And then let's rotate those fingertips down. Gently press the fingers back. Relax the shoulders. Let's get into that wrist and forearm, the hand. And then let's turn the palm to face in. Press the fingers in. We're getting into the top of the wrist and the hand. And then you can just shake that hand out. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. We're going to take that left arm out, flex the palm. Let's rotate the fingertips down. Gently press the fingers back. Relax your shoulders. And then let's turn the fingers in. Press the fingers in. Get into the top of the hand, the wrist. And then let's shake that out. Now, let's go ahead, interlace your fingers. We're going to press the palms out, but I want you to kind of pulse those hands out, getting into the shoulders, the back, the hands. And then if it feels okay for you, continue those pulses as you take the arms up overhead and then hold. Let's go to the right. Oh, that feels good. And go to the left. Come back around. Let's circle those hands back behind us to the back of your chair and breathe in. Lift your heart towards the sky for a little back bend. Chin slightly lifts. Breathe. And let's come out of that and just a forward fold. So a forward fold could be just a simple hinge forward here. If it feels good for you to fold all the way down, go ahead and fold. And then you're going to slowly roll yourself all the way back up, stacking your vertebrae, sitting nice and tall. Let's inhale, scoop the arms up. As you exhale, let's bring our palms through to our heart. Now, before we go into Shavasana, I'm going to lead us through 3 rounds of a breathing practice. We're going to be inhaling for a count of 4, inhaling through the nose, and we're going to exhale out of the nose or mouth for a count of 6, whatever feels better for you. When we make that exhale a little longer than our inhale, it really calms our nervous system, which can help relax our whole body, which can in turn help us with Shavasana. Right? So just get comfortable. Right? If you need to pause and grab whatever you need for Shavasana, you can do that. Now sit nice and tall. Let's take a cleansing breath. Breathe in, deepest breath yet. Breathe in all the way to the top. Feel that expansion. Exhale out of the mouth. Let it go. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just let your breath happen. There's nothing you need to do here. Maybe the eyes are gently closed, the jaw's relaxed, shoulders relaxed, fingers and toes. Taking this time to be still. Now you can continue your Shavasana for as long as you would like. If you are ready to come out of it, you do it easy, gently, starting by being aware of your breath and aware of your body and bringing little movements into your fingers, your toes, rocking the head a little side to side. No movements to the shoulders, just whatever feels good. You can always take a full body stretch, extend the legs, the arms, open and close hands, point and flex the feet. And then if you're ready, you can meet me with your palms back at your heart center. Chin drops slightly towards your chest. Take a moment to acknowledge and honor your practice today. Thank you for taking this time for yourself to take care of your whole self. It's been an honor to share this practice with you today. The light in me honors and loves and respects the light in each of you. Namaste. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help you with your practice. If you're still in Shavasana, enjoy, take that time. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. Namaste.